Hey everyone, welcome to Open Hybrid. I'm Rhina Valentin, your host Café con Leche for the next hour, coming to you from, of course, Cherry Executive Suite. Me and they were still hybrid. And of course, we're inviting you to get social with us online. That is, tweet us and follow us on Instagram at BronxNet TV and like us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. And of course, while you're there, follow moi on Twitter, FB, Instagram, Insta Stories, and LinkedIn at Rhina Valentin. So the beginning of the school year is finally here, and our next guest founded her own online tutoring service company designed to help her community, using her passion to create a much needed service to help her students reach their academic goals with over 14 years tutoring children, young adults, and adults alike with services such as homework help, state exam prep, GED prep, one-on-one group classes. She teaches online and in person, and she's here to share more. Please welcome tutor, CEO, and founder of Teaching Brainiacs, Priscilla Oquendo. Hello, welcome.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, Priscilla. Welcome. I'm so excited to have you on. I just want to share with our viewers that we've known each other for very many years, and it's just lovely when I see how we all continue to evolve and kind of like rotate around each other in whatever form of service. So it's my absolute honor to have you on, especially the way you're servicing our community.
It's amazing because I just bumped into an old video for my birthday. I don't know if you remember with the toilet paper. I found it.
Oh my gosh! Oh, are you talking about Barrio Last at
yes.
the freaking Poets Cafe?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna share that video with me. We're not gonna share it with you guys yet. I have to approve it. But here we are, fast forward, I don't know how many years later, you're like, what, 3 kids in, right? You have 3 children.
Yes, I do, 3.
And of course, post-pandemic, at least that's what I'm hoping, in the language that is, because it's like, oh, it's gone, it's not it. But you are teaching online. Let's just start with the beginning. As an educator, what did you specialize in?
I was not officially an educator. I was on and off always tutoring my friends, helping my friends. And then I, dove into different tutoring companies on and off with adults and children. And then my big break was when I became a parent and I decided I needed a remote job at the time because I had some medical conditions. And I bumped into an online company and I started teaching Chinese children, actually.
Tell me about that. You said you were teaching Chinese children. Good.
Yes. So I did it virtually, just like we learned to and are conditioned now with after what happened. And what I did was I taught them mostly English, and it was like more of a supplemental course. And sometimes I will divulge in teaching them science, math, definitely a little bit of art, history, and culture as well.
So now let's talk about the pandemic and how we all had to shift, and then there was the blended learning, and then there's the co-workers, right, which would be our children in the space, right? And you have children that are, what are the age ranges?
So I have a 6 all the way up to a 10-year-old that she's going to be 10 next month.
And so did it begin with you teaching them, or how to just walk us through your transition into becoming an official online tutor?
Oh, so yeah. So it's funny because I was going over this journey on my Instagram, but I began the journey a local library tutor, and it was originally named Teacher Priscilla. Then we transitioned into Teaching Brainiacs, what it is. And during that time, I was just seeing people in the library. They thought I was a librarian for it. And then after that, because of everything that happened, I was already doing some stuff online prior to that, because that's just what I was already doing anyway. But then I officially transitioned to online because of we call it the panini.
The what?
The panini or the panorama.
Oh, I like that we're giving it a different name, the panini.
The panini, the sandwiches,
Like the panini. Oh, like the panini. That's because you're used to working with pre-K and kindergarten, and I get it. It's all good. And now let's talk about this, because you do have a wide range of services that you offer, and especially like different age brackets. I mean, they're pretty extreme. So how do you qualify your services and your students?
Yeah, so I'm unlike any other tutoring service, and that's something I pride myself in, only because I don't do a pre-assessment. I've noticed that a lot of the schooling systems are focused on a lot of assessments and exams, and that I'm not a big fan of personally. So I don't want my company to be that kind of way either. So my assessment is getting to know the student, whether we jibe right, because that's very important when you're learning with someone, especially on a one-on-one basis. And then on top of that, just seeing where they are. Like, this is what your instructors are saying. What I want to see what you can do, and then we move from there.
All right, so here I have that you offer like all the way from pre-K to 8th. The one that really stands out for me in math and English as a second language, because you're also a bilingual teacher, which I thought was cool. I was watching some of your videos, and that's important, especially for our community.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So a lot of people don't know because they think I'm a gringa. Let's be real. But I do speak Spanish, so that's how I'm able to cultivate the Latino community in learning English, because we're able to have that kind of the best way to explain it is that connection, that culture, unison.
Right.
Couldn't think of the word.
No, it's okay. I get it. It's authentic, is what you're saying. Is because it's not learned Spanish from books. It's because it's part of your upbringing, and so there's that instantaneous understanding, right? And so, do you teach in both languages? Like, let's say I would get for English as a second language, yes, but in math, I'm just curious.
As of now, no. That hasn't been something that has been brought up. But if there is a student that I need to translate really quickly, then that's totally not an issue.
So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. It's just what?
It's just a little different because the terminology is a little different, especially if they're coming from like different cultures, like Santo Domingo, Puerto Rico. They may use different words that I don't know myself. So it's like, but I could show you it with my hand and writing on the board.
Yeah, but also math is its own language. That's what I'm asking. And so
yes, exactly.
I wonder, yeah, it's its own language. And that's another question for you, right? Because I think math is a subject that I think most people need tutoring with. And so what do your programs look like?
Yeah, so I have quite a few things. Like when it comes to one-on-one tutoring, it's very based on the student and the necessities of that child or that adult. But when it comes to the highlight, like I was saying, I would tell everyone the highlight of my company is the free classes that we do. And my thing is, these are young children that we need to cultivate the learning and wanting to learn and go past their fears. So that's why I do 2 cohorts of pre-K to second, which is the math, and then 3rd to 5th, and then that's what I do for that. And that's where we learn like what they're already learning in school, but an added twist because teachers here.
Right, got it. And so, and then you say you do 2 and then 1 free class?
Yes, I do. And then I also do English as a second language for the adults, because a lot of the adults don't even know what's happening with the teachers and the children, because there's that language barrier, which is why I created that programming. So that's once a month. That's what I offer for the community as my way of giving back every month for the whole year.
So you're a mom and you have 3 children of your own. How do you schedule everything?
That's I have to live off my planner. I have to have everything scheduled. And honestly speaking, this is my 3rd year in business and I'm still navigating that. So I'm definitely by no means anybody perfect, or I'm still learning as I go. I say I'm learning in the process. That's the best way I could say it.
Right. Well, the thing about it is that you would think most children are in school throughout the day. So I guess the bulk of your scheduling would be in the evening, and you have to balance out being a mom. So what are your tutoring service hours?
Yeah, so I transitioned it because like I am actually a homeschooling mom as well. So because of that, I definitely have to have everything scheduled out. So currently I'm having everything in certain seasons. So right now, the fall section, I will be 2:30 to 7:30. Those will be my hours that I'm allocating to helping the students. Not
is that Monday through Friday? Is that Monday through Friday?
Monday to Thursday.
Monday to Thursday. And so you said, I heard you say I'm homeschooling. Was that due to the pandemic as well?
That's part of it. A part of it is just my own educational needs that I wanted to show the children, because when they're with me, they can actually see what a mom is doing while she's working, which is the beauty of what I do as well, that they're part of it. So technically it's not only, well, I do have a team already of staff, but they're part of my team now because they get to see and mommy's working and, you know, what is she doing? And they get to learn too. So that's awesome.
So which is your favorite subject?
Math.
That's good.
Yes.
That's really good because I had to ask that because math is the one subject that you have to love in order to really translate it into layman's terms.
Yes.
This because that's the one class that I also pay for a tutor for my daughter because
Wow.
yes because it's important. And I also noticed that you offer the state exam preparations, and while we're not necessarily living that lifestyle of prepping for state exams, it is something that's part of our system. So let's talk about that as well.
And that's an amazing thing that I offer. And that's also free because I offer it on YouTube. I have a state exam prep series that I'm offering help with, like detailed per question, what the DOE exam looks like, what to look forward to. I give test taking strategies, things like that. And on the second note, a lot of times when I'm doing one-on-one tutoring, I kind of sneak in some questions and they don't even know that they're doing it. The same thing with the free classes. I just wanted to mention that's monthly basis. So it's on Saturdays for the most part that I do it. So just to let you guys know about that too.
So in all that you have been doing in servicing our community, what would you like to leave our viewers knowing about just learning?
Learning is fun, and just get the right teacher who has the patience, who is willing to, you know, help you navigate the way you learn, because everyone learns differently and it should be an experience for not only children but adults to be fun and interactive.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for bringing it here to Open, everyone. Priscilla Oquendo, tutor, CEO, and founder of Teaching Brainiacs. And if you guys are interested in some of her services, you can visit her online. She has tutoring services, classes at teachingbrainiacs.com. Once again, that's teachingbrainiacs.com. We do have to take a quick break, but when we return, we'll talk about a new exciting candle line and its campaign with Nostrum, so you don't want to miss.